Hello everyone. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, YouTube Maniac. So, I hope each and every one of you is fine who watches me on YouTube and who take care of themselves and their families. Um, there are certain issues which I just want to put in. I just want to put them in front of you. I'm sorry. I think the camera had dismantled, so I had to pause the video and I had just started recording again. So actually, I hope you might have been aware of the accidents which are happening recently in Indian Railways. That is due to the lack of maintenance. And recently, I had also traveled in some of the trains, and I traveled in one of my favorite train, that is Jharkhand Swarna Jayanti Express. That's my favorite train. I had boarded it from Renukoot to Anand Vihar station. The train was quite okayish. I had reached Anand Vihar station before time, which and the train had gave a very good run between Kanpur Central and Anand Vihar station. But there were certain things which uh, means due to which I was not at all happy and I was dissatisfied. I was very disappointed by those things. The first thing is like the cleanliness which was there at the coach. The cleanliness was not maintained up to the mark. Although the interiors were quite clean, but the passage, the vestibules, they were they were very dirty. Actually, very dirty. I had traveled by third AC economy. By that, I had traveled in third AC economy coach of that train. Um, and the time when I had just entered the coach, I found out that the gate of the AC compartment was broken. And to my surprise, I was like, "What this has happened?" I used to hear that the interiors are quite clean of this train. I mean the coaches are quite clean of this train, but unfortunately they were not. Actually, it was the night time, so everyone was sleeping at that time when I had boarded the train. So there was no so crowd. So there was no such crowd as we see in the other trains, as we see in the other trains during the days and the mornings and all. Um, Actually, it was the night time, so I just had my food and I just went on to sleep. The next morning when I woke up, the condition of the coach was quite good. Means the interiors of the coach was quite good as the OBHS staff was doing its brilliant job. But to my surprise, there was no water in the wash basins of the coach of both the wash basins, and I was like, "ये क्या हो रहा है ट्रेन में?" एंड ये तो बहुत बेसिक सी चीज़ है ना कि लाइक हर एक कोच में एटलीस्ट वाटर सप्लाई तो होनी चाहिए एंड although the train ran with a good speed and I had reached with no delay at that time, but the condition was not good. Won't say that the condition was good, but if you are traveling by that train, I would like to say one thing is that do take a buffer time of at least 2 hours, because sometimes the train gets delayed too, and we do not know on which day will it and we do not know on which day it will get delayed. So I would advise you to take a minimum buffer time of at least 2 hours, not more than that. You know? So I would like to say one more thing is like the passengers who are just traveling by that train are quite illiterate also, because um and if anyone gets hurt, please forgive me for that, because I don't know what kind of mentality they have. I remember that was 6:30 a.m. in the morning and I was sleeping at that time. And one man, he started listening to songs at high volume. I'm not saying that listening songs is bad. It's good, but since it's morning, you can even use your earphones, man. Instead of just like कि हम भी सुनेंगे तुमको भी सुनाएंगे, ठीक है आपको सुनना है सुनो, but at least you can use your earphones. Using your earphones is quite mandatory in the train, and it should be made mandatory in the train, because it just disturbs each and every one of the people who are just traveling by the train. You are enjoying कि ठीक है गाने बज रहे हम enjoy करें, we are enjoying, but that doesn't mean that the other people are also enjoying. They are quite disturbed by this pathetic activity. And since you are an educated person, so you should keep things like whatever you do, that, like whatever you do, those things should not disturb or should not hamper the activities of the other person. I don't know what kind of man he was. And by the time and when the train had left Kanpur, uh, I think Tejas Express had overtaken us somewhere near about Pankidham station, and after Pankidham station, the train ran with a marvelous speed, and I remember we had covered around 227 kilometers in just 2 hours of the stretch, which was a marvelous run by the train. एंड आई वॉज क्वाइट हैप्पी ऑल्सो कि हाँ मेरी फेवरेट ट्रेन जब पहले इतने घंटे लेट होती थी, बिकॉज मुझे तो अभी भी याद है जब मेरी ट्रेन 17 घंटे तक लेट हुई है। एंड उसके बाद मैंने जब उस ट्रेन से ट्रैवल किया, द ट्रेन वॉज एट राइट टाइम, द ट्रेन रीच इट्स डेस्टिनेशन राइट टाइम। वो प्लीज़ आप मुझे माफ़ करिएगा स्टैमरिंग के लिए। एंड द ट्रेन मीन्स मैंने तो उस जर्नी को इन्जॉय भी किया, बट हाँ खामियाँ भी थी जो कि आप सभी के सामने लाना वो इम्पोर्टेंट भी था। तो एक चीज़ जो मैं मतलब वो नोटिस कर पा रहा हूँ ना कि लाइक रेलवेज जो है ना कि मेंटेनेंस पे देखो उतना ध्यान नहीं दे रही है। कि ठीक है तो कोच जो रेक जैसे जहाँ से आ रहा है उसको वैसे ही चला दो। एटलीस्ट यू शुड लुक दैट वॉट एवर एटलीस्ट यू शुड लुक दैट what all the things are there being damaged by people, or they're not or they're not working. If they are not working, so you could have replaced those issues with, so you could have replaced those taps and all and other things, and other issues could have been solved at that time itself rather than sending that rake to some other place. That's not the thing. And I don't know what SER zone is doing with the 5 rakes which they have at Hatia station. So these are the things which I think railways should take care of. Like, railways should pay more amount of money on maintenance rather than spending on Vande Bharat. See, only rich people can afford Vande Bharat, not the common man. A common man still a common man is still waiting for the sleeper tickets to confirm, for the general tickets to confirm. He is not going in those high class trains and high fare trains. If you ask me honestly, the fare of Vande Bharat chair cars should not be more than the fare of Superfast 30C coaches. Yeah, yeah, I'll be very rude and I'll be very honest with my opinion that what I feel and what's correct. See, I tell you, the cost of second AC superfast fare is around 1500 something, 15 or 1600 something from Varanasi to New Delhi, and at the same time Vande Bharat will cost you around 1800. So cost around 1800, I don't think so it should be, because if I would have been given the two choices, I would have chosen the second AC, because in second AC at least you could relax, at least you can relax, and while in the chair car you have to just sit, and जो सीनियर सिटीजन्स हैं उनको तो बैक पेन हो जाएगा फिर ऐसे। तो ये चीज़ रेलवेज को ध्यान देना चाहिए, और उसको फेयर में ना थोड़ा वो रिवाइज करना चाहिए। फेयर्स को बहुत ज़्यादा है, और अगर इसका फेयर वो कम कर रहे हो, और अगर जो गलती करा फाइन लगाओ उसके ऊपर, कौन मना कर रहा है? आप तो फैसिलिटीज दे रहे हो ना कम प्राइस पे, लेकिन उसके बाद भी अगर वो डैमेज करे तो उसके बाद भी अगर वो डैमेज कर रहे हैं तो फाइन लगाओ आप। वो 1000 का नहीं वो लगा रहे तो 2000, तो 3000 का फाइन लगाओ। वो पता है क्या, तो वो पता है क्या होता है, क्योंकि इंडियंस, मोस्ट ऑफ द इंडियंस जो इलिटरेट इंडियंस हैं उनकी वही मैंटेलिटी है, अरे रेलवेज के पास बहुत पैसा है, बहुत पैसा है। अरे तो वो बहुत पैसा जो है वो तो आपके वेलफेयर के लिए लगा दिए ना, और आप उन्हीं पैसों का नुकसान कर रहे हो। तो इसीलिए मतलब रेलवेज को हेवी फाइन इम्पोज करना चाहिए, बिकॉज बहुत वो गलतियाँ हो चुकी हैं रेलवे से ऑलरेडी, और आगे फ्यूचर में और भी गलतियाँ होंगी। तो इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि फ़ाइन वाला सिस्टम जो है ना उसको और स्ट्रिक्ट किया जाना चाहिए, कि ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको कोई फैसिलिटी मिल रही है और आप उसको अगर डैमेज करोगे तो फ़ाइन तो लेना चाहिए ना। तो मेरे को तो देखो यही कहना था, और बाकी अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो आप लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब वो करिएगा मेरे चैनल को। धन्यवाद।